Someone asks you a question. You start to answer. And mid-sentence, without warning, your awareness arrives at your own hands. Where are they? What are they doing? Are they too still? Are they too much? Were they doing this the whole time? Are people watching them? Are you supposed to gesture more? Are you gesturing too much? Are they just hanging there at the end of your arms like two strange weights? You have stopped hearing yourself talk. This is not a personal failing. You are not awkward. You are not broken. You are not anxious in some way other people are not. This is a malfunction in one of the oldest pieces of software inside your head. Your brain runs two systems in parallel at all times. One does the thing, the other watches you do the thing. Most of the time they stay out of each other's way, but the moment the watcher tilts its head towards something the doer is already handling, the doer breaks. This has a name. It is called deautomatization, and once you understand it, you will see it everywhere, in your own life, in the lives of everyone you have ever envied for being effortless. The simplest demonstration is one you can run on yourself right now. You know how to walk. You have walked, by some estimate, 50 million steps in your life. You do not think about it. You do not assign weight to each leg. You do not consciously time your gait. Now, and this is the trick, try to watch yourself walk. Notice the angle of each ankle. Decide, in real time, when to lift the next leg. Feel the precise moment each foot lands. You will start walking strangely within 4 seconds. This is not because you have forgotten how to walk. It is because this system that does the walking does not work when the system that watches the walking turns the lights on. There is a famous study from Cornell in 2000. A psychologist named Thomas Gilovich asked students to walk into a room full of other students while wearing a Barry Manilow t-shirt, chosen because no college student in 2000 would willingly wear that shirt in public. Before they walked in, the students predicted how many people would notice the shirt. They guessed about half. Then Gilovich asked everyone else in the room. The actual number who noticed was less than a quarter. Most people had not looked up. He called this the spotlight effect, the persistent, near-universal illusion that other people are watching you the way you are watching you. Inside your own head, the spotlight is on. You assume it is on everywhere else too. It almost never is. But knowing that fact does not turn the spotlight off, because the spotlight is not aimed at you by other people. It is aimed at you by another part of you, a part that splits off very early in life, the moment a child first realizes that other people can think about them. Psychologists call this the divided self, the actor and the observer, the you that lives in time and the you that watches the you that lives in time and grades it. The observer means well. It is trying to make sure you do not embarrass yourself. It is trying to keep you safe inside the eyes of other people. But its method of helping is to interrupt you mid-action and ask, "Are you sure this is okay?" And every time the observer asks the question, the actor, the part of you that was doing the thing, flinches. There is a researcher named Sion Baylock who has spent her entire career studying what happens when this flinch becomes catastrophic. She brought competitive golfers into her lab, people who could sink putts with their eyes closed, people for whom the motion was so automatic they could think about their grocery list while they swung. She had them putt under 2 conditions. In the first, she let them do what they always do. In the second, she said, "This time, while you putt, I want you to pay close attention to the exact movement of your hands. Monitor your grip. Notice the angle of the club. Stay aware of the swing." Their performance fell off a cliff, not because they had forgotten how to play golf, because the act of watching themselves play golf used the same cognitive resource the playing required. She called this choking under pressure. But the pressure is not coming from the stakes. The pressure is coming from the observer being asked to do the actor's job. This is why you cannot make yourself be natural at the dinner party. The instruction to be natural is itself the cause of the problem. It activates the observer. The observer leans in. The actor freezes. Your hands become 2 weights. This is why the friend you envy, the one who seems to glide through every social situation, is not better at being watched. They are better at being absorbed. Their observer is quiet because their attention is somewhere else, in the conversation, in the food, in a curiosity about the other person, in a small story they are telling themselves about the room. You do not exit the spiral by trying harder to relax. You exit it by giving the observer a different job. The and problem, when you look at it long enough, is not really about hands. It is about a self that has learned to monitor itself so closely that it can no longer participate in its own life. You will not silence the observer. You cannot. It has been inside you since you were 3 years old, and someone said, "Be careful what you say." What you can do is stop asking it the wrong question. Stop asking it, "How am I doing?" Start asking it, "What is the other person feeling?" Stop asking it, "Do I look okay?" Start asking it, "What does the next sentence need to be?" The observer is not your enemy. The observer is just a beam of attention that has been pointed in the wrong direction. And the moment you turn it outward, to the room, to the other person, to the task itself, your hands disappear. Not because you have hidden them, because for the first time in a long time, you have stopped looking at them.